2 months ago, I tried out more of your unusual money-making methods, and we found a couple of good ones. 3 methods that made over 500k GP an hour. Not too bad. But today, thanks to your suggestions, I found an even better one. Make sure to leave your unusual money-making methods in the comments below, or send me a message on Discord or Twitter. If I like it, I'll try it out and put it in the next unusual money-making video. And while you're down there, don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe if you're new. The methods don't have to be amazing GP an hour, just weird and unusual. That's what this series is all about. But you know what's not unusual? Using Opera GX, the world's first web browser tailored specifically for the gaming community. We use web browsers a lot when playing Runescape. We always have. Back in the day, you could only play it on a web browser. Nowadays, we're mainly on it to use the OSRS wiki, watching videos and streams, or listening to music on YouTube. This is why Opera GX is so beneficial to use. It doesn't matter if you're on a laptop or a desktop. Your performance and experience are going to be enhanced. Jeff started using it a couple of months ago, and he has no regrets. Right, Jeff?
No regrets.
Here's a couple of ways that it helps. It features something called GX Control, which lets you decide how much CPU, RAM, or network bandwidth you want your browser to use. Browsers like Google Chrome use way too much RAM, which has a big impact on your computer's performance, but not with Opera GX. You've got easy sidebar integration where you can quickly load up sites like Twitter, Twitch, and more. A couple of clicks, and you can visit and watch your favorite streamers. Make sure to connect your Discord as well, so you never miss a notification. The GX Corner helps you stay up to date with free games, great deals on new games, the newest releases, and more. You also have so many different ways to customize the browser. You can change the color, theme, wallpaper, you can even add your own pictures, like I did here with Wideboy Runescape Bot. The features don't stop. You've got a built-in VPN and ad blocker, but remember, we don't use those on my videos, okay? I really like using the GX Cleaner, which in a single click gets rid of unnecessary files and cookies so your browser keeps running nice and smooth. And guess what? It's completely free. If you want to try it out, you can use the link in the description and try it out for yourself. If you're on mobile, you can click the link, put your email in the box on the website, and you'll get a download link in your email for the next time you're on your computer. Thanks again to Opera for sponsoring this video. Up first, we have the highest rated method from Sniff My Cheese. He says that there's literally a GP spawn in the KBD cave. If you hop around, you can make like 600 GP an hour. 600 GP an hour. You motherfucker, I'm in. I mean, wow. Do I have to say more? This method was unbelievable. Check out what I got. 627 GP, 7 gold rings, 5 sapphires, worth over 2300 GP. Now, did I spend more money on supplies? Yes, but we literally found an infinite GP spawn. That's a thumbs up from me. Gadget Gangster says if you wear the Sandwich Lady outfit and give General Grador a lap dance, he'll PayPal you $20 and drop a unique. No, we are not trying that one. No. John Belfini says that there's a house in Remington with a woman upstairs. If you ask her for money, she'll give you some. And he's right. Anya is found upstairs in this house in Remington, and you can ask her for GP, but the way you ask her is just so weird. Hello, sir. What are you doing in my house? Fair question. I was hoping you'd give me some free stuff. Do you really need it? Beg, 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 beg. I don't have much on me. Please. I promise I'll stop bothering you. Beg, 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 beg. Pwitty pleathe with thugger on top. I don't know. Pwitty pleathe with thugger on top. Oh, alright. Here you go. Oh wow, it actually worked. How much do we get? 1 GP. 1 GP, huh? How's this for begging? Thanks for the 70 GP bones, Anya. Anya can give you between 1 to 3 GP every time you talk to her, and it takes around 20 seconds to go through all the dialogue. So if you average 2 GP every time you talk to her, you'd make around 360 GP an hour. Or you can pickpocket her for 10k an hour, or you can kill her for 20k an hour. It's up to you. Oisko wants me to buy 100 rock thrown hammers from a Slayer Master, hop, rinse and repeat, and sell them to the GE for insane GP an hour. Oh no, there's that word, you guys. Insane. When you guys tell me that a method is insane, my expectations are automatically high. Let's try it out. Rock thrown hammers can be bought from every Slayer Master. They have 5,000 in stock, and you can buy them for 200 GP. The more you buy though, the higher the price is. I decided to buy 150 per world because even if you buy that many, you still profit. The hammers go for 245 GP on the Grand Exchange, and if you buy up to 150 per world, they still only cost 229 GP from the Slayer Master, so you could buy even more if you wanted. This method is your typical buy from an NPC, world top, and repeat, but usually there's minimal profit when selling them back to the GE. But with these hammers, there's an average margin of 40 GP per hammer, and you can buy 150 per world. And thrown hammers are used pretty frequently. They're a popular item. I spent 1 hour hopping around buying 150 per world, and I ended up with 42,830 hammers, which cost me 9.2 million GP. I threw them in on the GE for 245 GP each, and after waiting for about 10 minutes, my offer sold, and I made back almost 10.5 million GP. You guys know what this means. We officially have our best ever unusual moneymaker with a 1.3 million GP per hour method topping Crystal Implings. Oisko was not lying. His insane method is actually insane. Over 1.3 million GP an hour buying an item that you can get at any Slayer Master. Unusual and insanely profitable. Oisko, thank you for restoring my faith. I get asked quite often if I can include some unusual free-to-play moneymakers for all my free-to-play friends out there, and thanks to Jason, we have one. He says that making pie shells is a nice free-to-play moneymaker that can profit you 132 GP per item. Pie shells require 2 items, a pie dish and pastry dough. A pie dish goes for 25 GP on the GE, and pastry dough goes for 174 GP, so one pie shell costs 199 GP to make. After you buy the 2 items, you just need to use one on the other, and you can just chill out while the pie shells are being made in your inventory. So let's say you're stuck in free-to-play and you only have 100k to work with, and you want to work your way up to 1 mil. This is a great way to achieve that. With 100k, I was able to buy 450 pie dishes and pastry dough, and turning them all into pie shells took around 15 minutes, and I made 148k. So off my initial 90k investment, I profited 58k in 15 minutes. So for the full hour, I would have made 230k, which makes this 230k GP an hour for a free-to-play bank-standing money-making method. All you need is just a bit of cash to get started. I'm not too up to date on free-to-play money-making methods, but I feel like this is really good and a great way to try to work your way up to a bond in free-to-play. This of course would work in a members world as well, but let's leave this one for our free-to-play friends, alright? I'm always excited to see free-to-play methods that work well, so this method is really good. Mammal Sound says that buying Serum 207s from the GE and curing the afflicted in Mortan can make fat stacks for everyone here. Serum 207s can be used on the afflicted villagers, aka the zombie-looking people in Mortan. When you use a dose on them, it brings them back to life, and they'll reward you for curing them. Curing the afflicted villagers can get you any of these items, the most expensive thing being 20 swamp paste. Now, serums are very cheap, so no matter what you get, you're going to profit from doing this unless you decide to use Mortan teleport scrolls, which I wouldn't recommend. I brought around 16 to 20 serum doses per trip and used my Mauritania legs to teleport to the area. Once you get there, it's just the simple process of running around and using the serum on all the afflicted villagers. Now apparently this serum is a cure, but within minutes the villagers get turned back into zombies, so either A, the serum doesn't work, B, the game just resets them after a few minutes, or C, the villages are getting freaky with zombies, and I think C is the most probable answer here. I bought a total of 100 3-dose Serum 207s for 1k, so 10 GP each, a bit more expensive than Mammal was saying, and it took an hour to use all of these serums on the villagers, and after that hour was over, here's what they gave me. Around 52k worth of loot, the most expensive item being 30k worth of swamp paste. But after selling all the loot to the GE, it was actually only 22k, so we made like 21k in an hour. Not too great, but this was a super weird and unusual method that I didn't know existed, and that's exactly the point of this series. So thank you for the cool method, Mammal, but unless olive oil becomes very expensive in the future, I'm probably not going to do this again. Travis wants me to buy kegs of beer, beer tankards, and beer from Thor the Barkeep in Relica. Now, at first, I was a bit skeptical because I didn't think there was a market for kegs of beer, but there is. So I decided to solely focus on kegs of beer. She has 15 in stock, so you need to hop to 2 worlds to fill up an inventory, and then you run to Pier the Seer, bank all the beer, run back to the long haul, and repeat the process. Like Travis said, you can bring a stamina potion, or you can use a rejuvenation pool in your house once your run energy gets low. You could also just teleport to a bank after getting a full inventory and then teleport back with your Fremenic sea boots, but I don't think it saves too much time, maybe a little. After 1 hour, I had spent 574k on 1,447 kegs of beer, and after waiting for around 20 minutes, they sold on the GE for 781k. So I profited 207k in 1 hour. Not great, but not bad. There's a lot of methods that require me to do the same thing that make me more money, but I'm happy we tried this. Thanks, Travis. Meh. I get quite a few comments about brewing ale to make money, things like Dwarven Stouts and Greenman's Ale. For those of you that didn't know, there's a big vat in Keldregrim and Port Fat Asmus where you can brew enough ale to fill 8 beer glasses. The ingredients require 2 buckets of water, 2 barley malt, 1 ale yeast, and Harrowlander for a Greenman's Ale, or Hammerstone hops for a Dwarven Stout. Greenman's Ale is the most expensive because it's required for a master clue, and looking at this picture, it's very profitable. 6.4k worth of ingredients can get you 313k in return, and it takes very little to do. Just put the ingredients in the vat in a certain order, and you're done. Now you have to wait between 8 to 48 hours for the ale to finish brewing. Easy, right? Well, yes, but there's another item that's not needed but is highly recommended. It's called the stuff, and it increases the odds of brewing a mature ale from 5% to 64%. Non-mature ales are cheap and you'll lose money brewing them. It's the mature versions of the ales that you want, and for that you really need to have the stuff. You only have a 5% chance of brewing mature ales without it, so you really need the stuff for it to work. You can get the stuff from the Trouble Brewing minigame. It costs 50 pieces of 8. From 1 game of Trouble Brewing, you can get up to 100 pieces of 8, and 1 game takes around 20 minutes, and then you have to wait for the lobby to fill up and repeat. So I'd say you can get around 200 of pieces of 8 an hour, or 4 of the stuff. So while the first part of this method is easy, you'll also need to do Trouble Brewing pretty consistently, which sucks. But there's no denying that if you do this method consistently, you're going to make some decent money. There's no denying that. 8 mature Greenman's Ale made me 320k with not much effort. What do you guys think? Worth it? Not worth it? It's up to you. Meh. Next up is an unusual moneymaker from me. Yeah, I kind of found one. In my last video, I found that fire talismans are kind of expensive, 5.5k per one, so I looked up other ways of getting them and saw that opening a specific chest in the Dorgeshan area gives a 1 in 20 chance of getting a fire talisman. This chest is called Oldak's chest and can be found in Oldak's apartment in the northwestern side of Dorgesh Khan. It requires 52 thieving and a lockpick, and you can get 200 thieving experience every time you successfully open the chest. The chest loot respawns every 90 seconds, so you'll need to hop worlds to consistently open the chests. Now, 1 in 20 does sound like good odds at getting the talisman, but every other item in the chest also has 1 in 20 odds, so you'll be getting the talisman a lot less than you think. After an hour, I ended up with 9 fire talismans and a total of 112k worth of loot. Kind of bad, but I also got 45,000 experience in thieving, so it wasn't all bad. There's much better ways of getting thieving XP, and there's much better ways of making more money, so this method isn't really worth it. Way to go, Soup. We're saving the best method for last. Here's what Rebellious Whale has to say. Soup. I'm disappointed that no one has mentioned or even knew about this moneymaker I'm about to ruin for myself to benefit the community. What you want to do is buy good ranged gear, runes for Crumble Undead, potions, and food. After you've gathered these items, head to Vorkath. It's a really unknown boss, and I'm never needing to split the loot with anyone because no one is ever there, and if they are, just tell them to hop. I make an easy 2 million GP an hour there. Once again, please pray for my cash stack, as after I'm posting this, I'll never find a free world again. Well, first of all, thank you for your sacrifice. However, within hours, your method was leaked out to the community before I could try it out for myself, and it's now the 6th best moneymaker in the entire game at over 3 million GP an hour. I really wish I could have known about this before anybody knew about it, but I was too late. I wish you the best in finding an empty world. Thanks for watching another episode of Unusual Money Making. If you enjoyed, make sure to give the video a like and comment any unusual ways of making money that you think I should try. If you want to keep busy while finding these methods, check out the last Unusual Money Making video or watch my latest video where I suffered greatly in my continued hunt for Third Age armor.